Welcome to another episode of Resell Recap, where we go over all the resellable items of the week. This week there was a lot of resellable items and it was a high profit week. Like this video and subscribe for more Resell Recap. The first shoe we're going to go over is the Jordan 4 Metallic. These retailed at $190 and are reselling right now for about $240. With fees of $30 per shoe, you can make around $20 per pair you got. I think these are a really nice shoe, and I think the price that they're at might be a little bit high, but I definitely think in a couple of years the price could be around $300. So I would say try and get a lot of these pairs if you want them and if you think they can go up in price. I think you try and get a lot of these pairs at like $200, $210, and you just get a bunch of pairs and you hold them, because Jordan 4s are a really hyped shoe and I think they can go up a lot in the future. Next up is the Nike Dunk Low Brazil. These retailed at $100 and are reselling right now for about $285. With fees of $35 per shoe, you would profit $150 per Brazil you got. I think these are really lowly priced, because I was looking at the StockX sales per day on these, and they were around like 500 when they actually dropped, which is really low for a shoe that dropped on Nike sneakers. Like usually those are at like 1,000, 2,000. So I think these should probably be valued at about $400, and I think in a couple months they'll probably get to around there, because a lot of these Dunk Lows and Dunk SB Lows, they've been shooting up in value after the initial drop. Like the Strange Lows were about $400 when they initially dropped, and now they're at about $1,000. And especially with the release of the Chunky Dunkies, these should go up a lot more. Next up, we got the Supreme North Face Cargo Jacket. These retailed at $398 and right now are reselling for about $600. With fees of $72, you would make around $130 per jacket you got. These are probably going to go down a lot more in price because a lot of people haven't actually received their jackets, so the prices are going to go down a little bit. But I think that these are going to be a really good hold. They should be worth around $800 in a year or so. So if you got one of these, I would tell you to keep it, because these are definitely going to go up in price because they're such a nice jacket and because it's a little bit more unique of a Supreme North Face piece. And the Supreme North Face usually get bricked at the beginning and then they just keep rising in value as the year goes on. Next up, we got the Supreme North Face Vest. These retailed at $168 and right now reselling at $250 with fees of $30. You can make around $52 per vest you got. I would say the same thing for this. The Stone Island vest for North Face and for the Stone Island Supreme vest right now is selling for around $450. So I'd expect this North Face Supreme vest to get around the same price, maybe a little bit lower, but I definitely say they should be at least $350 in a year. So this would be a really good item to hold. They should get to at least $300 at the end of the season. So just at least hold it through the end of the season and prices should go up a lot. Alright, next up we got the Supreme North Face Cargo Pants. The retail on these is $198 and they right now are reselling for $525 with fees of $63. You can make $264 per pant you got. I think the prices on these are a little bit too high. I think they should go down to like $450 and settle around there, because a lot of the other Supreme the North Face cargo pants or just pants in general, they're bricking, but their price is around $400. So I'd say these should be pretty easily valued at $450 because they're a lot better than those other pants, but they're not like $150 or $150 better than them. So I think if you have these, you should sell them right away and just collect that quick profit. Next up, we've got the Supreme the North Face One World tee. These retailed at $64 including shipping and are reselling right now for around $150. With fees of $18, you would make around $68 per tee you got. I would say just sell these right away because it's just a quick flip, and I don't see these going up that much. Like maybe they could reach $175, but I feel like $150 is really high for just a shirt to wear, especially when it's not a box logo. I mean, I definitely think it could go up to $200 in a year, but I just don't see that much value at selling it anything below $150. I just think you should sell at $150 because there's not that much value in holding it. Alright, next up we got the Yeezy 700 MNVN Triple Black. These retailed at $200 and right now are reselling for around $340. With fees of $40, you'd make around $100 per pair you got of these. And I think if you have these, you should probably hold them. Maybe, I don't know, it really depends on how much the prices dip down when people actually get their pairs. But I would say if prices dip $20, maybe hold them for 2 months because they'll probably get back up to $350, $360. But I would say definitely sell them before Yeezy Day because they could restock a lot on that day and the price could absolutely crash. Next up, we got the New Balance 992 Kith Spring 2. These retailed at $195 and are reselling right now for $700. With fees of $84, you can make around $420 per pair of these. I think these are a quick sell because the price is already so high. Like, you can just take your money and get out and invest into more other stuff. And I don't think these have that much like value in going up. Like, they could go up to $800, but I just don't see them getting up that much higher and it to be for it to be worth in a hold at least. Alright, next up we got the New Balance 998 Kith Spring 2. These retailed at $195 and right now reselling for $400. With fees of $48, you'd make around $157 per pair on these. I think these are a pretty good valued price right now. I think they could go up to $400, but I just don't think there's enough value in holding it for the long term at least. Like, maybe hold it for a couple months, but I just don't think that these are going to be that much more valuable, especially because they're dropping 3 other Kith Spring shoes, and those might decrease the value of these ones because they're a little bit more hyped. Alright, so this week I took an L on every single drop. The only thing I sold this week was the Flints, and I sold them for about a $20 profit. So this week, in my opinion, was pretty unsuccessful. I'm hoping next week will be a little bit better with the Travis Scotts and the Chunky Dunkies. So I hope you guys cop some of those, and I hope I cop some of them as well. Alright, so I just partnered with this great cook group, Unlimited Cook. They're $30 a month. There's a link in the description to go buy them. You can use my code, HowToResell, for $10 off. That will also support the channel. They've got a lot of stuff there. They've got exclusive group buys. They've got Supreme monitors. They've got everything you could want in the cook group. It's just a great group. They also have random resale, so I've done a lot of stuff with that, and you make a ton of money. They also have an Amazon monitor. I've cooked a lot of stuff off that. And they've also done some free slots for the Royal Toes and the Sulfurs. So it's great. If you want any of those shoes, just join the group. There's a link in the description.